All right, guys, we are back live. I'm a little bit later than I wanted to be. I wanted to be on at 7, but something happened. I got to working on my green truck, and this may not apply to the nursing people, but I was super excited. I finally got it fixed, or finally figured out what the problem is. Finally. I'm going to do a video about that later. Very excited about that. But of course, the nursing people probably do not care that I have figured out the problem of my pick 'em up truck. Woo, I'm so happy. Thank goodness that I figured it out. In any case, let's go ahead and get some housekeeping things out of the way. If you want to go ahead and join the Chris the Dude Nurse Facebook group, this is what it looks like. If you message this group and you say, hey, Chris, I want a sticker. I have stickers here. Let me get one out here. I have stickers to give you. I will literally give you a sticker. Charge you nothing for them. I don't even charge you shipping. I will literally give you a sticker. My angel says, Chris, the man-child coming to work tomorrow, and I won't be there. No, I will be at a softball tournament. I will unfortunately be at a softball tournament with my baby girl children, human people children. So yes, unfortunately I will not be at work tomorrow, or fortunately I won't be at work tomorrow. I really don't want to be at work tomorrow. Some people may want to be at work tomorrow, but I just don't. But yes, I am so glad that I have figured out my issue. And Lil Bean Sprout says, that's awesome. You found the problem. Plus, I want a sticker. Lil Bean Sprout, if you will go to the Facebook page and message me on the Facebook page, I will send you one as soon as possible. And get it to you. Like I said, you don't even have to pay shipping. You just, I'll put a stamp on it. I'll send it to you. One thing I won't do is I will not send my return address on it. So if you don't get it within like a week or two, let me know and I'll send you another one. Because like I said, I don't put my return address on them. It's I just don't want. I'm not saying y'all are weird, but I just don't want people coming to my house. Just something I don't want. Angel says, you have fun with that. I don't, especially not with man-child. No one wants to be like, Angel, I've brought my children to work like when they're sick and like I cannot leave. And of course Courtney is a teacher, so she can't exactly, pick up everything if she's in the middle of teaching. And my baby children have come to work with me before. It's hard. It just makes your job harder because you're worried about your baby child, and you're worried about, like, my biggest fear, and Angel, the industry that we're in, my biggest fear is what is going to be said that my children will pick up. And I try to put my children in like an office that's far away with someone that I can trust. Like your office would be terrible, Angel, because not that I don't trust you, because I do trust you full-heartedly, but you're sort of in the action. I don't think that your office would be a good place for baby people children. Like a much further back office, like my cousin's office. Her office would be a good place. But I don't think that she I don't think she'll take my children. My husband has graduation tomorrow, so either the man-child being outside, no, and I don't know what the weather's going to be either, but yeah, I don't think that's, or man-child being at our workplace. I absolutely agree. Yes, your office is, absolutely nothing against you, because I trust you full-heartedly. But your office is not where I want to keep my children, because you're right at the door. And I'm ringing. Oh, it was my wife who was trying to FaceTime me. Oh, so the kids have iPods, and their iPods are linked to my phone, which sort of keeps me honest. But I think that they just picked up their mother's phone call, or they called her. Because I've got my phone with me here in the bedroom. So that's, always a good time. Those baby children. There's something else. In any case, there it goes. I had a train of thought and I have lost it after that phone call. But I think they're taking turns calling their mama. I can hear them just right outside the door. Their grandmother's with them. They're not all by themselves. Oh, yep. I hear it may pick up on the microphone. I can hear the FaceTime ring going through. They figured it out. Oh, there it goes. Yep. Hello, Courtney. I don't think I should be calling her no more. In any case, there's something else out there. In any case, going to go live for just a little bit today. I'm planning on doing about 45 minutes worth of live stream. So 8:30ish, I will probably be hopping off of here so that we can pack up. Luckily, tomorrow's softball tournament is about an hour away. So we do not have to go to stay the night somewhere, which is fortunate because I hate staying the night when it's not a vacation. I don't know how y'all feel about that. Like, when it's not a vacation, I hate staying the night at another hotel or something. It's absolutely no fun. It's terrible. But excuse me. When you have to do it for a softball tournament, I know the kids love it. Well, the one playing loves it. It's like the other two that aren't playing are not having any fun at all. Whenever they are at the softball tournaments, they have no fun. It's, if you've ever had children, like multiple children, you've had one that plays the sport and another one that doesn't play the sport. The ones that don't play the sport, like, there's nothing for them to do there. They just don't enjoy it. They don't have fun. It's sort of the nature of the beast, unfortunately. It is what it is. Excuse me. Little Bean Sprout says, I didn't like watching my brother play baseball. Like, of course I'm going to, support my children, all of my children, in any and everything that they do. But at the same time, you're like, well, I love this child very much, but I have two more that I'm going to have to watch. I'm going to have to do something with, or they're going to be bored out of their minds, and they're not going to have fun at all, and it's going to be miserable for everyone. Yes, I can understand why you hated watching your brother play baseball. My mother, I would just hang out at the concession stand and get candy. That works if you got the money. What in the world? Hold on, let's see if I can get them on the live stream here. Hey! They have live streamed me. Oh, I think that they hung up on me. That works out if you've got the money to hang out at the concession stand, but I'm not made of money and very rarely carry cash, so my kids get angry and say, "Oh, I want hot dogs. Oh, I want pickles. Oh, I want these things. Oh, I want those things," and then we just don't have the money. And then they get upset. "Oh, I want to go to the playground." Now, I'm gonna sound like a terrible parent. I have my baby has a concussion right now. Nothing to do with a parenting fail. Just playing hard, fell down, hit her head. But she has a concussion right now, and so she is not allowed on like taller playgrounds. Like, she's really pretty much only allowed on like not the seesaw, like not the monkey bar. Like, I can't even really think of a piece of the playground that she's really going to be allowed to get on. Yeah, I don't know of anything that she's going to be allowed to get on at the playground off the top of my head. So she's really going to be angry. The slide is way off limits, especially with the height, and she is not scared at all. So she's on concussion protocol, so that's going to be fun. And I'm not really sure that we should be letting her watch the phone either, sit there and play with that thing in her face. I'm worried about the blue light on that. Yeah, this one's going to be fun. This one's going to be a lot of fun with a concussed baby, and she's not even the one playing, which I wouldn't let a child with a concussion play anyways, but I should say that differently. She's not at the age to play. So she's so little that she's probably just going to be ridiculously bored. Bring Bubbles. Kids love Bubbles. She does love Bubbles, but Bubbles are only entertaining for 30 minutes on a good day. And her attention span, we're going to be there for probably 3 games minimum, so that's 3 hours, not to mention time in between games. You're looking at 4 to 5 hours. Bubbles aren't going to keep her entertained for that long. Maybe I just bring a bunch of cash and let her hang out at the the concession stand. It'll be fine. I really hope that it will be. Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see how it turns out for them. I hope that they do have. I hope they do have fun and they don't, try to kill each other. But sorry, I'm multitasking here. I am looking up parts, or I should say the part for my truck, and also live streaming at the same time, which I probably should not multitask. I'm not the best multitasker at all. Can she wear a helmet on the playground? I'm still worried about her because she has no fear, which is terrifying, especially at the age that she is at now. She is not scared of anything, and she is bound to hurt herself, even with a helmet on. What's going to stop her from jumping off the dang monkey bar, off top of the monkey bar? It's like, oh, I got a helmet now. Let me, land on my head. Breaks her neck. You are making jokes. Funny jokes. Pretty soon I'm going to wash these baby children up. So, a story about... Nah, I'm not going to tell. I was going to tell a story about what happened to her, but I really don't want to feel like a bad parent today. But in any case, I do like these Friday live streams. I like the Fridays better. I feel like the Fridays go better. There's a better turnout. in the comments today, there's a fairly good turnout. But Saturdays are good too, but I already know that I am going to be too tired tomorrow after softball. I told my kids, and my wife told me that this is messed up. She said it was messed up that I told them this. I told my children that if my oldest loses, and my oldest was there, if they lose, they get to go home early. And I told them if she loses, we will go see Mario tomorrow afternoon. And to my surprise, they all cheered. They were all like, "Yes, Mario!" Like they were ready for Mario. And my wife was like, "That's messed up. You shouldn't tell them that." And I was like, "Why? If she loses, we'll go see Mario." And she did not share my level of enthusiasm. She was quite angry with my answer to that. She was not happy. So we're going to go see the Mario. Hopefully tomorrow. Hopefully we'll go see Mario tomorrow. But if she does not lose, like she did not lose last weekend, we got home at 10:30 p.m. and I had just got off work at like 10 a.m. that morning. So I'd worked, you could say night, morning, but I sort of work like a first and a half shift. But I got off work at 10 a.m., got to the ball field about 11-ish. Again, it was about an hour away. And then we walked in the front door close to 11, I believe. So, that was 12 hours for me after work. Not to mention, working that morning. So, excuse me. They are, going to be excited about that. And then, we'll be at softball tomorrow. Again, if they lose early, we're going to say Mario. And so Jack Black is Bowser, and my middle child has listened to the Peaches song enough times to where I can hear it in my head as I'm walking through the house, and it may not be playing. She's yet to see the movie, so we'll see. I really think they're going to like it. They like that sort of animation style. It's sort of a anime, but not anime. Where like in anime the mouths get really big and their eyes close. They don't really like that style of anime, but they like the. There was an old Sonic show that they really like. I think it's called Sonic Boom. I could be wrong, but it's sort of that sort of cartoonish computer style that they really like. So, they'll be happy with that. So I'm excited for them to see it. I'm excited that they'll be able to watch it. I was wanting to see it in IMAX, but IMAX is no longer playing the Mario movie, which is sort of sad. Anyways, Lowell Bean Sprout, what do you have going on this weekend? I assume not a softball tournament. Not a nothing like that. Softball tournaments are no fun. I am at the beach. Well, that is awesome. I am not at the beach. The beach, I like, when I go to the beach, I don't really like the water. I like all the stuff that's at the beach. But I like the Outer Banks. Spending time with my parents at the beach. I like sort of the tranquility of the beach if you're at the right beach. Like the North Carolina Outer Banks is a good one where there's not a lot of people. I mean, there's wild horses on like Corolla and stuff like that. But I would like to, sort of go there and hang out at the sort of be by myself or, with the kids, but be out there with no people. I don't like Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, but I do like Virginia Beach. It's just different in Virginia Beach. I feel like it's less people. Virginia Beach is like a working man's town, whereas Myrtle Beach is like a party city. When you go to Virginia Beach, it's like, oh, everybody's going to work every day. And then, because there's a naval base that's fairly close and actual industries down there, whereas Myrtle Beach is mainly, their whole industry is all party related. Excuse me. So it's I'm just not the biggest fan of Myrtle. I do like Virginia. But spending time with your parents down there at the beach. I'm not a fan of the sun. I get burned easily. I like the beach in the evenings. I like... Speaking of beach in the evenings, we have a golf cart. And, of course, we've done plenty of videos on the golf cart. I like taking the golf cart through... because at least the beaches that we go to are all like, square blocks of like neighborhoods and stuff. I like riding the golf cart in the evenings because, it's a cooler breeze and it's not as hot, but, sort of like if you're on the East Coast right now, sort of like the sunset like it is right now, where it's still daytime, but not beating down on you. A lot of people like riding bicycles. I rode them when I was little, but for some reason I just don't like riding bicycles no more. But the golf cart's, it's quiet, it's slow, it's sort of peaceful. The kids like riding on it. I can have everybody with me at the same time. So I'm a big fan of riding the golf cart through the neighborhoods at the beach. That's the best time for me. Don't like getting up early in the morning because if I'm at the beach, I'm on vacation. Also, is it the beach or is it the coast? We go down to the coast, but it's the same thing, if that makes sense. I hope that this does not there we go. Excuse me. But we got about 15 minutes till I gotta get them baby girls into the bath, because they are very quickly going to be falling asleep. They if you so my children, if you've ever seen like funniest videos, my children are the ones that are like like we're eating food. So we're very quickly approaching bath time. I need to get them in the tub about 8:30 so that they don't start doing that. Because if they do, I'm not going to be able to brush their teeth, which is, in my opinion, very important. I like having healthy teeth. I want my children to have healthy teeth. I don't want them to miss out on brushing, which is, some people may think it's weird. I don't. I think that it's very important. I feel like that is needed. But, also, me and my wife will have disagreements. I feel that hair should be washed often. My wife, is a female and feels that hair should not be washed as often as I wash hair because it causes more issues, such as more susceptible to lice and things like that. But I disagree. I think it should be clean. Of course girls get baths every day, but I feel that it should be clean. She disagrees. We sort of compromise a little bit. I don't do it as much as I want to, nor do I do it as little as she wants to. So, a little compromise there, little compromise. helps us out a little bit. Excuse me. Things like that. And of course, back to your point of burning easy, I don't know what it is. My wife and my father-in-law both do not care to wear sunscreen, and also do not care to be burnt. They're fine with being burnt. My father-in-law is actually a fan of being burnt. I've never understood why he likes to be burnt. It makes no sense to me. But my wife is like, neither one of them wear sunscreen. I'm like, why are y'all not sunscreening up? Like, this makes no sense to me. And I'm over there like spraying the kids till they look like ghosts. They'll look like that door right there. They will be, white, and things will stick to them because I put so much sunscreen on them. And I feel you should be protected. I burn easy, and I don't like to burn. No. I actually try to avoid outside activities between like 11 and 3 because I burn so easy. I also wear like a huge hat when I'm outside that covers all of me. I like to cover all of myself. Anyways, excuse me. Just differences. Differences in opinion. What does that say? I wear SPF 50 and the sun finds the one spot I didn't get. So I have a red spot. One time, years ago, because I've quit riding motorcycles, I was riding and I was covered just head to toe in what is it, that UV protective gear, full face helmet, full sleeve, both sleeves, pants, boots, the whole nine. And I had a hole in my pants just right above my knee, like sort of on the meaty part of your thigh, right above my knee. Wasn't very big. It was just, that's probably bigger than it was. And I got home after a full day of riding. Went riding out and met some people, went riding, and got home, and I was like, man, my leg is like hurting, like it hurts so bad, like I fell or something. I knew I didn't fall. I was like, what in the world is going on? I took my pants off, and there was just a big red spot. And I was like, dang, apparently my pants were either thin or had a hole right there, and it just burnt me. Woo, it burnt me. Felt like sandpaper whenever I had to put another pair of pants on. It was ridiculous. It hurted. Yeah, I love the huge hats. I'm missing hair on the top as I'm starting to get older. And as I'm starting to get older, I need the big hat to sort of cover up the top of my head. Because it seems like if I put sunscreen up there, my hair will catch, like the little bit of hair I have will catch. And, sort of, that's where I'm going to burn, right on the top of my head. It's no fun. Bad times. Bad times. What was that? That's too bad you were balding. I had it when I needed it, I had the hair when I needed it. It is what it is. Oh, you just reminded me of something, little bean sprout. So I know you did see, because I saw your comment, where I was on the, what's the name of that thing? The launch, the scan tool that I have hooked up to my truck. So I think you're the only one on here, so I'll go ahead and tell you before I make the video, because I'm going to do a huge video about this because I'm so stinking excited. I legit want to put my truck on the chip, but I probably won't because I'm a little bit hesitant because I just got the motor running. Anyway, so what had happened? I had this scan tool hooked up, right, and it's fairly large. It's and it's got commands on it that I can change the screens back and forth. I'm learning more and more about this. When I was working as a mechanic, these scan tools did exist, but they were like computers. They were legitimate computers with keyboards and things like that. So you got to remember, I didn't leave. I was forced out of Chevrolet in 2008, and then went into nursing. But in any case, these scanners didn't exist when I was in it. So I'm learning as I go, but I still remember terminology. I still remember what things do, sort of. Anyways, I was watching my graphs on my misfires, and so there's a graph, like a bar graph, and it does like this, sort of like telemetry. And so a graph, if I have no misfires, it does like this. If I have misfires, it goes up and down and up and down and up and down and up and down. And so I'm having these misfires, and I'm like, shoot, what could it be? And I talked to somebody, and they were like, man, I really think that you have a blown motor. I really think the motor's blown in that truck. But I have good compression. And I was like, no, I have good compression. I know I have good compression, and I think you've seen the video on that one. I was like, no, I have good compression, so that's not it. And he was like, well, there's nothing else it could be. You've changed everything else. There's nothing else it could be. And then I had said something. I was like, well, what if it's just somehow getting too much fuel? And I was like, well, I've already changed the fuel injectors, which I have. I was like, well, what if it's getting too much fuel? And the person I was talking to said, do you have an electronic EGR or do you have a vacuum EGR? And he said, because if you have a vacuum EGR, you could have a vacuum leak to the EGR. And I was like, no, it's electric EGR. At the time, I wasn't 100%, but I was like, I think I have an electric EGR. And he was like, well, it won't be the EGR, because it's electric, so you don't have a vacuum leak going to it. So that's not going to be it, because if it's electric, it would throw a code for EGR. And so I listened to what they said, but I didn't believe them. Not that they don't know what they're talking about, but they don't. This isn't their area of expertise. They're very good at transmissions. And then I was like, all right, well, maybe I'll check it, maybe I won't. And so I went outside and I checked my truck, and it has an electric EGR. And when I found the EGR sits at the very back of the engine, and the exhaust gas runs through the EGR and then back out. So so on modern vehicles that have emissions, this is an emissions control device, which sort of allows the engine to reburn unburnt fuel. If that makes sense. The EGR stands for exhaust gas recirculator. It literally does what its name implies. It recirculates the leftover gas in the exhaust, which there is some that's unburnt. I believe something like 30% of your fuel is unburnt. In any case, exhaust comes out up to the EGR and then back down to the muffler and catalytic converter and things like that, and out your tailpipe. Walked out there and I saw that it was electric, and I was like, shoot, it's an electric EGR. So there's no way that that's bad. It can't be a bad EGR valve. But I got to looking at it further, and there was a dirt dauber nest. You know anything about dirt daubers? They're bees that sort of live in like mud hives, I guess. But there was a dirt dauber nest on my EGR, and so I popped it, and it crumbled into a million pieces. And then the EGR sort of looked rough after that. It looked all rusted, and it just didn't look good. I was like, dang, that looks pretty bad. And also the truck started throwing a O2 sensor, which means too much fuel on hot side, which hot side is right after the EGR. Yes, it was a dirt dauber. Anyways, the truck started throwing a O2 sensor code, which means the fuel was running either rich or lean. And so I didn't know which one because I didn't bother checking it, to be honest. And so I was like, well, I wonder, I have an idea. And so I unhook the EGR. There's a plug, sort of like a plug in an outlet. It plugs in. I unplugged it and started the truck up, and all of a sudden all the misfires go away. The graph is flat. And it's got a number on it, and it says, I think it said like 140. I sat there for a little while, sat there for a little while, and I was like, well, maybe if it goes up, maybe that's what it is. So I plug the EGR back in. When I plug the EGR back in, it starts boom, 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 misfiring. It's like, so I unplug it again. The graph goes flat. And so I run the scan tool on the EGR, and the EGR runs 10%. 10% is a bad number. It should be around 90%. And so I was like, let me take this thing down the road. So I take it down the road, and I'm putting it through different scenarios. I'm driving the truck hard. I'm driving the truck easy. I'm driving the truck slow. I'm driving the truck fast. I'm holding one gear wide open. I'm going into fifth because it's straight drive, so I can change whatever gear I need to. And check engine light never comes back on. Never throws another code. My graph stays level. I was like, shoot, I have figured this out now. Plug the EGR back in after going for this ride, couple mile ride, and never having a misfire. Plug it back in, and all of a sudden, it starts misfiring again. And I was like, this is exactly what it is. This exhaust gas recirculator is letting the exhaust gas back in because it's supposed to sort of fluctuate and allow certain amounts in and out so that the engine runs as it should. And it's not doing that. And as it's not doing that, I'm throwing codes because I'm having misfires because too much fuel is getting into the system, causing a misfire. Thank goodness we found it. I am so happy. So I will begin driving that truck. Yes, I finally figured it out. I'm going to do a huge video on it though, soon. So I finally figured it out. Hopefully I help other people with that one because I know that a lot of people have been sort of following the P301 code, which it's been bothering me for a long time. I know it's been bothering other people as well. Not even on that support this channel, just in general. But yes, so happy that I finally figured it out. When am I doing the video? Probably when I get the part, because I want to do it in one go round. So I'll probably get the part and then do the video. And then what I'm going to do is once I fix it and the EGR is back in and everything in the truck runs and it's good to go on the road, I'm going to do, because a lot of people especially with my old S10, a lot of people ask me where's the best place to start with a do a video of me figuring it out. I will. But a lot of people ask me where's the best place to start with a classic car. A lot of people are just now buying, I inherited my grandfather's truck. And so a lot of people are sort of getting trucks like this or cars like this, and they're like, oh, I don't even know where to start. So I'm going to do sort of a beginner's guide on my green truck, the one I have now, because it has lights out in it, and show, if you replace the lights, these are small victories that sort of build your confidence, because a light, may be 2-3 screws. Like they're really easy to replace. But a lot of people don't necessarily know that a light is that easy to replace. And once you replace that light and you see it works, you're like, oh wow, my taillights work. Then you'll be like, wow, if I can move from my taillights to my turn signals, to my headlights, to my windshield wipers, to my windshield, to my radiator, to my carburetor, to my ignition, you know, things like this. And so I'm going to show everybody, this is the best place to start. Starting like I did, trying to find the engine issues is, you know, probably not the best place for most people to start, because they may or may not have the skill set or the tools at that time to sort of figure things out that quickly. But in any case, I do got to get the girls in the bed and in the bath, and I've got to pack up for is this live? This is live. Unfortunately, Jerry, I'm about to end it. But if you got a question, go ahead and ask it. I'll stay on for a little bit longer. But yes, we are live. But no, I did not do a video of me figuring it out, but I will do a video of how I figured it out. Excited about that. And fantastic news that EGR is like $29, I think, so that's good. I am very excited. Okay, what does he say? Okay, I really don't have anything to say. Just saying hi. By the way, 3 more weeks of med-surg. Jerry, how many more weeks of total school do you got? We're in May now. I graduated in July. So what do you got? 2 more months? 3 more months? 3 more weeks of med-surg too. Ugh. Ugh. My last month of nursing school was all NCLEX prep and clinical. Like we hit clinical like super hard because they were really pushing clinical on us back then. Graduation July 11th. All right, yes, awesome. So you have just over 65 days now, roughly. Dang, dude, I would be counting down. You probably know the exact number. That was just a rough guess for me. I remember, I'm anxious for you. You know, anxious that I just remember the buildup of anxiety. You know, when I was that close, like, ooh, we're finally going to be able to like not eat ramen all the time. We're gonna be living large. Yeah, just, you know, the anxiety from that time was just so big for me. But it was a good time. It was a good time. Last class is comprehensive, like yours in NCLEX prep. Yeah, we were. I feel like I've told you this before. We were a Kaplan pilot program, so our last 2 weeks of class, 1 week of class was Kaplan. There were no nursing instructors. It was all Kaplan. Kaplan. Yes, everybody's so excited to be almost done. One thing you cannot do though, and one girl that actually got her in my class, you cannot let your guard down. Like you still got to stay on top of it. Like one girl was late, like she had like 3 strikes, and she was out. Yeah, I think she was late one time, and it was her 3rd strike, and we were like 2 weeks to go. It's like, dude, you can't do that, man. Yeah, Kaplan was hard. But yeah, Kaplan was it. So much fun with the Kaplan. terrible times with the Kaplan. But yes, Kaplan is hard. In any case, Jerry, I do gotta go, and I apologize. I've got to get my girls in the tub. How long? I will answer your question about the NCLEX though. How long did I wait before taking the NCLEX? I did not. The day I was released, actually, the day I was released, I signed up for the NCLEX, and then I took the very first available NCLEX, which actually happened to be on me and Courtney's anniversary. It was our anniversary was the first NCLEX I was able to get, and I was willing to go all over the state. Luckily, it was only about an hour away from me. But I was willing to take it anywhere and everywhere. I did not wait. As the day I got released, like I got the phone call, I was released. I signed up for the NCLEX. Yes, didn't wait. One girl in my class waited a whole year. She still passed, but she waited a full year because she was just too scared to fail it. Which, no sir, I was ready. I was ready now. But in any case, Jerry, I do hate it, bud. But I do got to get the girls in the bed and in the tub. But thank you guys so much for joining me tonight on the live stream. It was good. I had fun. Like I said, I'm super excited. I'm just so excited about my truck. Jerry, I know you're excited about getting ready to graduate school. Maybe, fingers crossed, just maybe, if I'm still alive and conscious tomorrow, we'll do a live stream tomorrow with Courtney. Courtney might be with me. I'm not sure. But, we'll see. We'll see tomorrow. But thank you guys so much. Thank you guys for the comments and everything. Talk to you guys later. Thank you.